Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today I want to talk about the Cleveland Browns and the problem that they're having right now at this moment that I think could be a problem for weeks to come, could potentially hurt their chances this season of making a playoff run, of making the playoffs possibly. And if you guys are new here and you haven't subscribed, I put out NFL news and rumors on this channel, so if that's something you want to see, feel free to subscribe to the channel down below. So far this season, if we take a look at the AFC North standings, we have the Ravens who have been playing lights out. They just beat the Chargers by a lot, 5-1. We got the Bengals who have been pretty good. Joe Burrow starting to get a lot better. Having Jamar Chase there probably helps, 4-2. Then we got the Browns sitting at a 3-3, losing 2 in a row. And then we have the Steelers who are slowly climbing back up there, currently winning 2 in a row. Basically tied with the Browns right now, also at 3-3. So currently the Browns have 2 back-to-back losses. One against the Chargers, that crazy game, losing 47-42 to Justin Herbert. And then last week losing to the Cardinals 37-14. And they have just been decimated by injuries in these past few weeks. But so far, Nick Chubb missed the last game with a calf injury, and he's likely to be a game-time decision coming to this week. And they have a short week, too. So the fact that they're dealing with all these injuries and they have to go play in 2 days on Thursday definitely is tough for this Browns team. But Stefanski said Nick Chubb is progressing. Then we have Kareem Hunt. Last week in the game versus the Arizona Cardinals, injures his calf, and now came out. He was expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks with a calf injury, so he's expected to go on to the IR. So they could be without both Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb against the Broncos on Thursday. And, adding on to this, we also have Baker Mayfield, who re-aggravated his shoulder injury that he suffered the first time in week 2, partially tearing his labrum. He suffered it in this game versus the Cardinals, where J.J. Watt comes in, smacks him, his arm goes all crazy, hurts him, goes into the tent, comes back out later, plays a little bit, but still clearly it was bothering him. And so now the Browns don't even know if Baker Mayfield will be able to play in this game on Thursday versus the Broncos. So Baker Mayfield said that he's going to play, but they're still, waiting to see the results of the MRI, and it could just not make sense for him to play because playing with that injury could hold them back. So Case Keenum could potentially come in there and be the backup there. So they could be without Baker Mayfield, Nick Chubb, as well as Kareem Hunt. So I'm not sure how that is going to go down for an offense that I'd say is pretty reliant on the run game. Baker Mayfield, I think is an average quarterback. I don't think he's a top quarterback. I'd say he's an average quarterback. But already being without, your top running back in Nick Chubb, and then to also lose Kareem Hunt, I think definitely hurts this Browns team. And also the other question is, how long is Baker Mayfield going to be out if he does, miss time? Because it came out earlier, I saw on ESPN, they said that they're hopeful that it's not a season-ending injury. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, shoot, I didn't realize it was that serious. So the fact that they're happy that it's not a season-ending injury, most likely, means that maybe Baker Mayfield misses a few weeks. The official news hasn't come out, and Baker did say he wants to play, but that the injury did look pretty serious. So if the Browns are without lots of these guys for the next few weeks, Kareem Hunt for at least, probably 4 to 6 weeks, Baker Mayfield, who knows, maybe Nick Chubb comes back soon. I think it's going to be tough for the Browns because this week they're facing off against the Broncos, who have a pretty solid defense. In the next 2 weeks after that, they're facing AFC North rivals Pittsburgh as well as the Bengals. So for these next few weeks, they continue to deal with these injuries. They could be sitting at possibly 3-6, maybe if they win one of these, 4-6, they would be 4-6, which in an AFC North division that has lots of teams playing at a high level. The Ravens, I'd say the top, obviously. They are the top. And then we got the Bengals at 4-2, who could potentially consistently, continue, moving up those boards as well. The Browns could be in a tough spot in the next 3 or 4 weeks. Also, I forgot to add, they are missing their 2 tackles. They missed them last week in the Cardinals game, and they are possibly doubtful coming into this next game versus the Broncos. So all around, there is lots of problems here, mostly with injuries, which I think is really hurting this Browns team that had lots of hype coming into the season, started off pretty solid, but recently have not been too good. So we will see, how bad these injuries are, if people will heal up quickly, if they won't. We'll see what happens with this Browns team, if they're able to, basically deal with these injuries and be able to still put up wins. Who knows? The Packers have been a team that, even though they've had so many injuries, have been able to somehow find a way to consistently get victories at 5-1. When you have Aaron Rodgers, that sort of helps a little bit, I'd say. Probably a little better, I'd say, than Baker Mayfield. Maybe you guys would agree. If you don't agree in the comments, let me know. I'd be curious to hear if someone actually thinks Baker Mayfield is better than Aaron Rodgers, because I have not heard that take before. But if you think that, I'd be curious to hear. Drop it in the comments down below. So we will see what happens with this Browns team, if they can bounce back or if they're going to, continue to be decimated by injuries and continue losing these games as they have the past 2. But that's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more NFL content, NFL news, rumors, all things NFL, feel free to subscribe to the channel down below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.